greatest moment, bro, is when I got a manager fired, bro.
What?
Yeah, man. He would always use a loud tone, and he'd say, I'm untouchable.
Please give the video a thumbs up for the algorithm. Let's get back to the episode.
I guess I'm gonna start off talking about the railroad, man. The black people at the railroad in Chicago. We'll start off seeing as far as with education. A lot of black people not taught about education, about reading and writing. You know what I'm saying? I guess they said that saying about if you don't want a black person to know something, put it in the book, because we don't read. So when I first started off at the railroad about 15 years ago, I had to do a simple reading comprehension test. It was 20 questions for 15 minutes, and they had a timer. So the white man came in, he would say, hey, a lot of you people is not going to pass this test. When y'all look at the test, you're going to be like, oh, it's easy. So when you break it down, it was probably 90% black people, 5% white people, 5% Hispanic people. Yeah. That's how many people that was in there. So we took the test. Me, by being in college, going to high school, I know simple reading comprehension. So I took the test. I'm done in like 10 minutes. I'm like, oh man, this shit is easy. This is a piece of cake. Yeah, like real easy. I even had enough time to go back over it. So when they got done, he was like, okay, we gonna look at all the tests, and everybody that we call, y'all go to the second part of the interview. And everybody that we don't call, holler at me in 6 months.
You gotta go home.
You gotta go home. It's over with. No six-figure salary. It's over with. Back to whatever you've been doing. So in my mind, I'm like, these grown men in here, there's no way that they not gonna pass this. 1 o'clock hit, he called off like 8 or 9 people, and it was only 3 black people. And fortunately, I was one of them. So that started my career. I had to understand that a lot of people can't read and write, or they can't understand simple reading comprehension. And the majority of the people that failed the test was black. And that kind of baffled me. And I was like, man, education is poor. You know, definitely in certain urban areas, it's like they not taught education, so you ain't getting no money.
Right.
So that was the first part of the introduction at the railroad. The second part nobody told me about the railroad is the lifestyle. You're gonna make $100,000 to $140,000 a year, but it's brutal.
Right.
You're gonna be on call. You working in extreme weather. Whether if it's raining outside, you better get your rain gear.
Rain, sleet, snow, sunny.
Yeah, if it's snowing outside, you better put your cleats on. If it's hot outside, you better have a nice little windbreaker and a little fan on your hat, on your head or something like that. It make you gain weight. I went from 190 to 230. Dang. I went from a size 12 to a 13.5 in feet because I'm walking summers, winters on rocks and ballasts. Ballasts is the thick rocks. Okay. I'm walking on there. It was a hard lifestyle. I couldn't maintain my position at home because I'm always gone. And how the railroad works, when they call you to work, you're good for 12 hours. The most I've ever did at the railroad was 19 hours.
Right.
That's
what you mean by you good for 12 hours?
Meaning like you can, when they call you to work, you mandatory gonna be at the minimum is 12 hours you're gonna be at work. Oh. So don't come to work thinking you're gonna do an 8-hour shift. That's not what it. That's how you do it.
Regular hours.
No, you're doing 12 hours, and then you could be stuck away from your terminal, doing and just sitting on the train. It's good money, but you're away from your family, you're away from your kids. You know, one thing in life that you can't get back is time.
Right.
So people at the railroad, they brag about, oh, I made this, I made that. You did make that money, but the time don't outweigh the money. You know what I'm saying? Like you putting in real hours.
You gotta work for everything.
You gotta work for everything.
Right.
And you beating your body up.
Right. So you just seeing people like with their body beat up?
Yeah, when people get so big, they start wobbling from side to side. Their knees get bad. And people like the job so much, they don't retire. At the railroad, I have seen personally with my own eyes, people that retire, they don't live a year past retirement.
With your own eyes? With
my own eyes, I've seen at least 6, 7 people that died within a year span when they retired because their lifestyle changed. Now they not doing nothing. They not physical no more. They not walking. They not anticipating, you know, what to do. They just sitting there with nothing to do because the age has rotted them out. It's over with. Dang. And they have seen them die. You know, they don't tell you about how dangerous the railroad is.
Right.
You can die at the railroad. You might not come home. You can get hit by a car. I had people get their arms took off. Their legs took off. Their body split in half. You know what I'm
seen
saying?
this? Like, you
yeah, I seen
at work?
this. Yeah, at work. I was working with this white guy the day before he got killed. He was laughing and joking and hollering, but because he didn't practice the safety protocols at work, he was riding on the end of a car and another car peeled him off of it, the body in half. So it's like, you know, people brag about the railroad, but the railroad it's a hard job. And then so it's really the physical part of it. It's real labor, but it's more labor in time, and time costs more than anything.
Right.
Like it'd be where one day I had put in 252 hours for the month. That's unheard of because a regular person put in 160 hours.
Right.
So if you add up 260 hours of me actually working, don't forget about the commute.
Right.
And then thinking about the time away from your family, so they don't tell you that about the railroad. This is a hard life. And then everybody know that Chicago is one of the most segregated cities in America.
Right.
You have the Jews over here, or the Africans over here, or the gays over here, or the blacks on the south side, the Hispanics on the little village on the west side, or the Jamaicans up north, you know what I'm saying? Or the whites in Brighton Park area by Chicago Cubs Stadium. Like you know what I'm saying? And that's how the railroad is. It's like the blacks hang with the blacks, the whites hang with the whites, the Hispanics hang with the Hispanics. But because it's like that and so divided, the railroad, people didn't know that it was such thing as a job. All you remember is, I've been working on the railroad.
Right.
That's what people think, but it's actually a 6-figure salary job.
Right.
And the white people don't like you at that job.
Come on, man.
Most white people are in management, but it's the black people that's the worst. They get in management.
Wait. Most white people are in management.
Most white people are in management.
And what the blacks are? The blacks are
the conductors, the engineers, the mechanical people, the signals people.
Okay.
Where they operate their signals, they operate the mechanical, they fix the engines, they fix the rail, they doing labor.
So the whites are like in the office.
They in the office. They pretty much directing traffic in the railroad,
right.
While they telling you what to do. Basically. So I like to say, if you got 20 managers there, 2 of them black, and they Uncle Toms.
Damn.
They want their positions to get higher, so they gonna treat the black people. They gonna treat them like they ain't shit. There's been one occasion. There's been one occasion where it's like this white guy, this black guy, he just kept attacking me. I'm like, bro, what I do to you? You knew I ain't did none to you. Like, you can't say that you don't like me because you don't know me personally.
Right.
So, you know me, I called the Equal Opportunity Hotline. I had to set fire to his ass. Right. You know what I'm saying? Like, you playing with my job.
Right.
So that's the only way you can do it, because you're going to catch the Uncle Tom in the black person. And no matter how bad the white people treat you, the black people treat you just as much. And it hurts more because you thinking that's my brother. The railroad is not a brotherly love type of job. Right. It's a dog-eat-dog world. It's eat or be eaten. That's just how it goes. The white people will talk to you like you ain't shit. They will yell at you. And a lot of the old heads, there's no respect. They want to treat the new guys as almost like, I woke up being a railroader. No, you didn't. You saw a job online, or you saw a job in the newspaper, or you heard it through word of mouth, and you decided to fill out an application and get on at the job. Right. So me, I started at the railroad. I was like 28, and I'm hanging around people that want to work 12 plus hours a day. I'm used to 8 hours and go home. They want to work 12 hours, and the one thing about the railroad is not, your typical is 40 hours a week, 8 hours a day, 5 days a week with 2 days off. The railroad is 12 hours plus 6 days a week and maybe 2 days off.
Damn.
You're not guaranteed 2 days off.
Shit.
So that's a lot of working. Yeah. But when you say, well, I make 100,000, we work for that though. Right. Which is time. So the racism includes in that the managers, they work 12 hours, maybe 3 days a week, 4 days a week, they go home. Right. So they kind of got it better.
They got like a little bit more of a life.
Yeah, they got a bit of a life. They got an actual schedule. They're not on call. Okay. If you in transportation, whether it's Metro, Amtrak, unless you got high seniority, it's mostly the white people that got the seniority. They've been there 30, 40, 50 years. Then you got the black Uncle Toms that work there that got the seniority, and they don't mess with new black people. You know what I'm saying? They'll tell you, oh, why you come here? Why you come here? You ain't gonna be here for that long. They discourages another black man from coming when they should be reuniting each other.
Right, encourage
to go. So, me personally, I didn't like it. And then, so like with me, myself, I did 14 years as a conductor and an engineer.
Okay.
So I personally got tired of it. I went over to management.
Okay.
When I went over to management, I was shell-shocked.
Damn.
It was like us against them. Damn. So the corporate that I used to talk about, I'm that person now. People talk shit about me. People mad at me. I gotta write them up. But then now I see I gotta do my job. But I don't treat people like that.
Right.
And it gets so bad, and then we'll talk about the violence at the railroad. I done seen this one brother smack the apples out of a person's mouth for being disrespectful.
Yeah.
And the dangerous part about the railroad, if you hit me, we both get fired. You know, it's violence, man. You know,
what?
Yeah,
so like, the person that get hit get fired too?
Yeah. So if you got it bad for a person, you don't want him at the railroad, you got a job lined up, you just found his ass and then it's over with.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? We both gonna lose the job.
Right.
But I started as a manager and I got into it with this dude. I was new at the time at this other job, at this other railroad, and he had I asked the Pacific person, like, hey, where's this track at? Because by me being new, I wasn't familiar with the track.
Right.
So dude was like, he just had an attitude that whole day because he was late and his whole persona was off. So I ain't trying to know nothing personal about him. I just want to get him to their train so I get this train move out. You know what I'm saying? So my time could be accurate. So we get in the vehicle. He was like, yeah, man, you a goofy ass dude, bro. You need to know where that track at. So me trying to be a manager, I got to uphold a different type of standards.
Like professional.
So I got to be a little bit more professional. Now, if I was a conductor or engineer, I would have got on his ass right then and there.
Right.
So I'm like, all right, brother. So I called another manager, say, hey, I'm a little lost. Could you point me in the right direction? So the other manager pointed me in the right direction. And mind you, this brother is traveling with a white guy, and he's traveling with me, right? So the worst thing you can do is embarrass another brother in the midst with another race.
Right.
So the man was like, yeah, bro, I'm just telling you, man, I still think you're a goofy ass dude, man. Maybe you need to get more training. So I instantly stopped the car, put it in park.
Right.
Man, don't let these polo pants, these cargo pants, and this polo shirt, and this clean shave fool you.
Right.
I get out the car, I say, man, step outside, let me talk to you real quick.
Right.
What you mean? Step outside. I'm giving you an order. I'm a manager.
Right.
Now I'm about to flex my muscle. Get out the car and let me talk to you. So you get out the car, come to the back. I say, listen, man, you got me fucked up, bro.
Right.
I say, listen, I'm still a street nigga. Don't let this polo shirt and these cargo pants fool you, bro. I beat your ass, bro. I get off at 5 o'clock. Matter of fact, bitch, I want to catch the fade with you, bro. He like, well, what you mean?
You told you want to catch the
I said, I want to catch the fade with him. I said, I spit in your face, bro. That's the type of dude that I am.
I told him
that. He like, oh, man, I'm going to call the union. I say, no, listen to what I'm telling you. Fuck the union. I'm talking about as a grown man, bro. You can't disrespect me like that. I got a job just like you get a job. But what we can do, we catch that fade.
Right.
I get on your ass.
Right.
I said, and I spit in your face. That's the type of nigga I am. So what's up? What's happening, nigga? What's up? We can fight right now. I'm talking about we in the middle of the yard.
So the white dude's still in the car?
White dude's still in the car.
Damn.
He ain't about to get out the car because now it's real pressure. Now it's real pressure. We ain't talking about the job. All we talking about is grown men. Well, how we lose this
Grown man
respect?
business.
Grown man business right now, bro. Now you got to stand on business calling me a goofy ass dude. Now remind you. So the man say, my thing is, instead of calling me a goofy dude, you knew where the track was at. As a black man to another black man, regardless if it's different, you should have said, hey, bro, the track is over there. Help me, help you, so we're able to help others.
Right.
But you're only conditioned to help yourself.
Right.
Right? So the man kept talking about the union. I said, no, fuck the union. So then he's like, I apologize, man. You right. I say, nah, bro, whatever. Well, I just want to make sure it don't go past this. I say, oh, you don't want it to go past this because now I can put a target on you, and I'm the nigga that can fire you.
Right.
I said, but let me tell you the type of brother that I am. I'm telling you now, as long as you work here, don't talk to me, don't speak to me, don't say hi to me, unless it's business. We can't talk, bro, because the next time we talk...
So you was on his ass, like you out to fire him, or you...
No, because I don't live my life like that. Like, I told him, when we got done talking, I ended it right there. Our beef was over because you ain't want no smoke. You ain't want no spit in your face. And I'll whoop your ass. I'm young. I'll get another job, bro.
You whoop on his ass?
I was going to get on his ass that day, but that was me being unprofessional because I lost it.
Right.
I should have acted in a more orderly. I actually should have just rolled him up. I could have got him fired. But see, God put people in different positions. And I don't think God put me in a position to take 6 figures from your family, from your wife, from your kids. So I ain't gonna do that. I'm gonna let somebody else do that, right? I'm just gonna get on your ass. You know what I'm saying? This ass whooping gonna hurt.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? That losing a job gonna hurt worse.
Right.
But I'll tag you. You know, the wounds go heal. But going out there looking for another job at 50 years old, bro, you need to reconsider. That man probably don't even know how to do a resume.
Yeah.
So he was just like, man, I just want to make sure it don't go past where we at. And I kept it 100 with him. I say, it's not. Just don't say nothing to me. So a few weeks later, that man tucked his tail, man. That man walked past me with his head down. And in my mind, I'm like, you right, bitch. Don't do none of that. You know what I'm saying? Walk past me.
He started calling you, he called you goofy at first.
Now he tucked his tail.
Yeah.
Cause that's another thing. You got to prove your respect there, bro.
So it's like being in jail.
Yeah. Yeah, bro, you gotta walk around with big kahunas, bro. And then you can't be a mess up. You can't be a person that lay off all the time because they'll talk about you. The railroad to me is a barbershop. You know, you get all the gossip, the barbershop gossip. That's the railroad. They'll come to you and be like, who? Chicago Motivation? Man, Chicago Motivation, he lazy, bro. He don't like to do no work. He don't like to do nothing. Whole time you coming to work every day busting your butt, but he laying off work. He gonna image himself to make himself look better than you.
Damn.
And that's just not what it is. So it's the life of a railroader over these past 14 years it's been rough. But it don't take a rocket science to do it, but it definitely takes a lot of willpower to stay there. You can't just. It's not for everybody. The testing is not for everybody. The on-call lifestyle, the racism, the Uncle Toms of your own black people, the wear and tear on your body. I personally, you had asked me, I wouldn't advise the railroad to nobody. And people would say, well, why am I here? They pay me good money, but also after 13 years, I changed my craft. I've been there 14 years, and now I'm a manager now. Right. So now it's like I'm getting what these white people get. Right. Now I'm telling you what to do, but I ain't doing it out of malice, though. I'm really doing my job. Right. So now I'm not out in the rain. I'm not out in the snow. I'm not out in the cold. I don't got to put on heavy gear. Right. I'm in the vehicle or I'm in the office. It's different. You get a little sense of cockiness, but not really. You feel a little bit more important because you're not doing labor. Now, I'm only working 3 days a week. Right. And still making the same money that y'all was making at 6 days a week. Yeah. So a lot of black people should get into management to see more of our face because there's not a lot of us. Okay. Because out of from the white people that I see, I think it's about 9 of us. And I think 4 of us is, 10 of us. And 4 of us is black. So that's 40%. That's not bad. That's not bad. Yeah. But one of them is Uncle Tom. Right. So it's really like 70-30. Right, 70-30. Yeah. One is a real Uncle Tom. He would line you up. Yeah. Yeah. So you got any more crazy stories like that happen, good ass stories? I mean, it's just, say dude died or whatever. You ever had a racism? They be more indirect racism, or they're tattletale, or they're have their little disputes on social media about Donald Trump and union guys. So that's how I look at it. Rich white people don't fuck with poor white people. Right. And I don't think they know that. Right. You think you part of something and you not. Right. You think because you white that you supposed to be a Republican, or you think because you're black, you're supposed to be a Democrat. Right. You're actually supposed to be whatever fits into your lifestyle, not the color of your skin. Right. So a lot of the white guys, they be being a Republican don't fit into your lifestyle. This Republican wants to take the union from you. They want to take FMLA from you, but you would pick them just because. So you see a lot of guys with arguments, and there's just been times where I be like, hey man, this is a place of business, bro. This ain't the place of what is it called? Talking about politics and stuff. This is a place of business, not no politics, you know. So the railroad can turn into politics too, a lot. And I try to stay away from that. But I mean, the story's just plentiful, bro, as far as... Let's give us one for the road, man. You can take your time, man. Just one for the road, bro. You did 14 years, so just give us one,
a greatest moment.
The greatest moment, bro, is when I got a manager fired, bro.
What?
Yeah, man. He would always use a loud tone. And he'd say, I'm untouchable. I'm the man around here, man. You do what I say. I'm like, yeah, you talking to me? Yeah, you do what I say when you come to work, man. So he was real bossy. He was real arrogant. So I would call the hotline. I would ask for employees' numbers. I would look on their computer, look at their employee ID number, write the employee ID number down. Or we have like a little list when we doing like we'll do like where we had like lunch that day, and the company would pay for the lunch, and you got to put your name and your ID down. So I would take my phone, snap a picture of it, right, and I would literally call as I'm that person with my employee ID number. Like, yeah, I want to let you know what I'm saying. This is my this is Marcus Johnson, and employee number such and such. I had an issue with the manager, such and such and such. Well, I think I did about 40 of them, bro.
How many?
About 40 of them.
So you were getting other people's number,
and I was doing anonymous too. Harassment, bro.
Right.
Talking about, I had even told like, yeah, that man was looking at me in a sexual manner, man.
Right.
Like that man blew a kiss at me, and I feel, you know what I'm saying, disrespected, man. The man looking at me. The man yelled at me. He screamed at me.
My sexuality.
Yeah, oh man, you know, I'm really getting into him, bro. I had one where they was like, man, he was unsafe. He was speeding through the yard, and then I had one to where he made me get in the vehicle. It wasn't no seatbelt on.
White dude.
It's a black brother, man. I don't play around. I don't discriminate with this, bro. Don't leave me alone, man. Leave me alone.
Yeah.
I'm just coming to get my check.
Everybody check.
My check has never bounced, but it's gonna bounce today with you. So, I mean, there was so many things. I had it to where
you call like every day and shit,
bro. Like every other day, I'm lining them up, bro.
Twice a day.
Man, I ain't never did twice a day because they'll be like, hold on, this don't sound right. Well, I would pop him. But I would have it to where he didn't have his vest on, his work vest on. He got out with no glasses, but he was telling me to wear my glasses. He was being like, it was like
calling you as someone else
every time, bro. They probably, I thought they was gonna catch on with because one day I was like, yeah, how you doing? This is Roger. I want to talk about the manager, and I just want to let you know it was raining, and he was just speeding through the yard. I tried to get in touch with him. All the rain hit my gear.
Safety.
Made me unsafe. That's safety. You know, that's one thing about the railroad. They 100% on safety. So he splashed water into me. I was wet. There was a chance I could get pneumonia. I couldn't properly work because he sped past me, going over a certain amount of, MPHs, splashed water on me. I told him that he didn't get off the equipment at a 3-point contact. But you gotta have 3-point contact getting off the engine. I told him he was telling me wrong things about the
all rules. The rules.
Oh man, all I remember one day, we got a new manager. I mean, what happened to the other guy? Oh, they got him up out of there. I'm like, what happened? They say, man, he's been having complaints for the past 3-4 months. They said he had so many complaints. People was putting their employee ID numbers on there.
Yeah.
Cause some of them I could do the video, and then not the video, the voice, and then some of them was the email. Right. So I'm sitting up there making I had 20 Gmail accounts, bro.
Right.
Gmail accounts, I didn't get a Yahoo because Yahoo you needed the phone number. Right. I'm doing plenty of Gmail accounts. I'm in there
Gmail.
Typing them up. Gmail my friend because Gmail got that man G fired.
And you doing that work?
Not go home.
Oh, you did at home?
Yeah, I would go home, put it in the black. You know when you use the I forgot
anonymous.
No, it's called
incognito.
Incognito. I'm in incognito mode going on there. I'm talking about long messages. You know what I'm saying?
Big messages.
Big messages. Yeah, big boy messages. It's unruly, unfair. And then I had this one where I was like, I'm a white Caucasian. I'm feeling prejudiced. I tore off into that.
Yeah.
Every time I thought of something, bro, I was on him, bro. He had at least 40, 50 write-ups, bro.
Oh, bro.
Yeah, bro. And then the thing about
months?
3-4 months, bro. Ain't take that time, bro. I don't even play with him, bro. Got him up out of there.
He was talking cocky.
Yeah, he was yeah, bro. They say that man, the manager at Jules now, bro.
Yeah.
He probably making $17.50 an hour now, bro. He done fell off like a bad bag of dope, man.
Damn.
He deserved that, though, bro. He deserved it, man. He deserved to be at Jules, bro.
Yeah.
That's how you treat people, man.
Right.
You don't go around treating people because of the status of your money.
Right.
Money is only the means to survive, man. If you a good man with money, you'll be a good man without money. If
Right.
you an ain't shit person with money,
Right.
you gonna be an ain't shit person without money.
Oh, dude.
And you don't. Life is not designed for you to just go around and fuck with people, because God said He will make your enemies your footstool.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? And that day when he got fired, that's what he became.
He got fired, got up out of there.
Yeah, no, I got him up out of there. Yeah, if you ever listen to this video, you might remember my voice, but guess what? It's over with.
Please give the video a thumbs up for the algorithm.
Dice game over.
Dice game over with. Case closed. It's over. Time's up.
Damn, your time's up.
Time's up. But it's how you treat people.
Right.
So that's probably one of the most epic. And I'm not proud that I got him fired. I'm proud that he won't get a chance to fire other people, because he was known for firing people too. He thought he was untouchable. And I was that one who I could congratulate myself for lining him up. And that's what I did.